Okay, here's a quick tour of my high desert garden, the second one. Today is July 9th, 2015. So just quickly going through, here's a cloche that I built here. I've got a couple big tomato plants in it. The one on the left is bearing some, nothing's getting ripe. A couple pepper plants in the front, a Japanese eggplant, and a couple basil plants in the back. See the basil right here. This box was just planted today. It had my garlic in it, which was harvested last week. And the garlic is drying right over here. Actually pretty good production for that one box. Bush beans, they did really well last year, and now they're just starting to bloom, so we ought to have production pretty soon. This box has a variety of stuff we've already been harvesting for a while. It's got chard, spinach, beets, and bok choy. So it's starting to show wear a little bit. We'll be emptying this out, and some of the newly planted stuff will replace this. A box of strawberries. These I'm really just getting set up now. They're not for this year since it's too late for them to bear fruit. Next box over is leeks, along with one rhubarb plant, which produces pretty well. Box of lettuce. It's been going and feeding us for quite a while. Stuff is very prolific. It doesn't bolt like it did in Siletz, probably because of the very cold nights here. A lot of this has taken a big beating from a major thunderstorm we had the other day. This box has a remainder of native bunch grasses that I've been propagating to put around in our yard. I put out about 25 of them today, and it's been kind of fun learning about the native grasses. Got a corn patch. It's about waist high for the taller stuff. It's kind of a combination of white and yellow corn. Hopefully the season this year will be sufficiently long to produce some reasonable ears. Box of carrots, they produce well. We've been thinning and getting quite a few of them. A big box of raspberries, about the size of the box I had in Siletz. It's the same variety, which is the one that produces all at once, and they produce on last year's canes. So since last year the canes all froze, these are this year's canes, meaning no production this year, but hopefully without major freezes this year we'll have good production next year. This is a bunch of winter squash, a little bit on the slow side, with some sunflowers on either end. This is all, I think, butternut squash, and last year we didn't get good production. The biggest producer last year were potatoes, and this is the ones from this year. Have 3 different varieties, and they're all doing very well. I'll probably be harvesting them towards the end of this month or middle of August. I have a full row of lavender where I just took little baby ones from out in the yard and stuck them in here last year, so gives a little bit of color to the garden, also brings some of the pollinators around. Here I have summer squashes in the next row, interspersed with a bunch of sunflowers. And the zucchini's doing pretty well. The patty pan squash is kind of so-so. A lot of little zucchini on here. And I probably should have started them earlier, especially given the warm weather we've had. Next row is curly kale here, a little bit of flat leaf kale, and then a variety of pickling and regular cucumbers. And my sad little peas at the end. Peas don't tend to do well here for some reason. I don't know if it's my soil or just because it's so hot in the day. And here's sort of a spindly looking cherry tomato. We've taken a few tomatoes off of it and it seems to be producing, but it's not as vigorous as I would like to see on a tomato plant. This Japanese eggplant, on the other hand, is actually doing quite well, and next week when we come back from somewhere we'll probably be using this for Thai food. Haven't tried pole beans yet here, but this is the first time. They'll probably do well, just like the bush beans do, as long as we don't get a freeze. And then some fairly sad fava beans. They kind of grow okay, but there's something weird with the flowers. They're not getting pollinated or something, so they're not setting any beans. So their fate will probably be in the compost heap. So that's my high desert garden, and seems to be doing pretty well this year.